that up in the jungle, despite them being first pick.
Yeah.
They would not be willing to first pick the mid lane.
Fortunately, one of the best showings from Cloud9 came when they had Lissandra in the mid lane, which easily is a double ban for both balls and high if they decide to do that on the side of teammate. There's a rumble, so that's definitely targeted at balls.
I feel like High will play a good Ahri if Cloud9 wants to first pick and if it stays on bet. No, wow. Cloud9 banning both of the strongest champions, in my opinion, on this patch, which is the jungle Nidalee and the Ahri. As a blue side, as the blue side, which would generally want to first pick them, but they still get a pretty damn strong champion in Kassadin. That's usually banned.
Xerath is still there as well. Cassiopeia could come out for one side. I wouldn't put that past Cali Trolls or Slushy. But we will decide what is locked in here. So the Kassadin can still go pretty much anywhere. We've seen it in the top and the mid. What will Cali Trolls decide?
Yeah, they don't need to decide yet. One thing the teammate tends to do is counterpick for Cali Trolls.
Yeah, they leave it up to the last.
Yeah, they'll pick Slushy, a generic mid laner, and then counterpick top lane with their last pick since they are a more top lane carry-focused team.
So Sivir is taken by Maple Street. That kind of leaves a Corki, maybe even a Kog'Maw up for a C9, depending on what they want this game.
Whatever
Next two picks could be, yeah, anything.
Sivir.
Jarvan for Porpoise, so he can be aggressive out of the jungle. This leaves Meteos Rek'Sai, who's actually been going to quite often.
He hasn't shown much success on it, though.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, and
Might feel good to play, but it doesn't produce results.
remember, in the 5.2 patch, he is nerfed yet again.
Yeah.
I'd say he is now a mere mortal, even though she is now a mere mortal.
There you go.
No longer a queen. She's just a normal plebe.
I like this bot lane. Red meets dead. Both Annie and Greats locked in. A lot of power to come out at level 6 from those two. Easily spell shielded is a possibility here with this Sivir pickup. You never know what teammate's going to pick. You can do as much research as you want for these guys, but then they could just pull out any composition straight from thin air.
Yeah. Cali Trolls. Top lane Katarina. Let's do it.
Go. Tank, what's that?
The tricky thing here for Cloud9, though, is the Kassadin is a flex pick. It can go top lane or mid lane. Teammate needs to be pretty careful that both of their picks are serviceable against Kassadin here.
Not much Gnar love anymore.
Well, the big thing, like, I can still see Balls playing it.
Yeah.
I don't see Cali Trolls playing Gnar, though.
Yeah.
Just... Ooh, that's a mid lane Corki, probably. Double AD with Jarvan.
Very well could be. I see a lot of teammates' compositions or the way they play. Like they said, they have good team fighting. And this kind of gives them a in but pokey team fight. Not explosive like a Wombo Combo Orianna Mel fight. Right now, they have the ability to do a little bit from the outside and an all-in. And in your face here from Cloud9. Definitely going for fights as well.
Meteos finally bringing back the Vi here. Something that has been so powerful in solo queue, but hasn't really reached competitive here. But Meteos will be good on that. Definitely ranks it near the top tier of his junglers. Vi and Jarvan. Plus, obviously, as you said, it combos very well with the Maokai and Kassadin going in. What was the last pick for teammate going to be, though?
I don't know. Still has to be for Cali.
Or is he going to play Corki top? I mean, now he knows he's against a Maokai. Slushy knows he's against Kassadin. You can get somewhat free lanes against a Maokai. Yeah, he's just going to try and carry with Aurelia.
Could make it happen. He already had an Aurelia game that he played quite well on against TSM in week 1. They were able to... That was another composition where Slushy was able to hit ults, but those opportunities were made because Cali was so big.
They camped for the top lane, got Cali Trolls very, very fed.
Big guy. So really, just a rush down. Almost looks like some of the old Stampede comps we used to call it that you would see coming from a team here. Leona as well, along with the Sivir on the hunt to rush in this one.
Yeah, so Teammate has a very auto-attack focused team, which means if Balls can get a relatively early Frozen Heart, it will be pretty difficult for Teammate to do damage.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Teammate does have some Armor Shred from Jarvan, some true damage and magic damage from Aurelia and from Corki, but in general, this Teammate composition is very auto-attack and physical damage heavy. So Cloud9, if they can stack armor in the right ways, would hold a pretty nice edge there, meaning they can be a little bit behind in gold, but still be up in combat effectiveness. Charlie, shaking hands.
Making sure. One last look. You guys ready? All right. We're good to go. He doesn't want to leave it. You hear the coaches always say it's very, very stressful to be on the sideline and watch the teams play, especially when they don't do what you tell them to do. The game's about to go live, so head to Twitter and share your predictions. Send hashtag C9win or hashtag T8win to @LOL Esports. And remember, you can keep updating your vote throughout the game. Even vote for both teams if you want.
You're just messing with the poll at that point. Trying to watch the world burn.
Some people like to. Some people like to. We'll see who that is as we enter onto the Rift. Our second game of the day, Cloud9 will face off against Teammate. As we said, a team that's been giving us some unexpected wins here in very close games. As the community thinking they wouldn't be able to put up a lot of numbers in the beginning of the season, and they've shown a bit differently. Cloud9 looks like they'll focus a bit of the strength bottom here and leave High to ward towards the top side. He does take Cassidon mid this game.
Yeah, you don't expect Teammate to be ahead of Cloud9 in the standings. 2-2 for Teammate, 1-3 for Cloud9. Still very early on in the season. I was mentioning how until every team has played 9 games, then the first round robin hasn't really happened. And that's really when you'll start to see who played the early parts well. Maple Street tried his darndest, but now Cloud9 knows exactly where he was, but they got that information early enough, and the word got spotted that the lane swap is still a little bit of a guess. It's just now they have to respect which sides of their jungle is warded.
And I think you're right. I think the second time around these teams play each other will be so much different. It's not teams expecting that third, that fourth game, seeing the same thing, seeing repetition. You have to guess. Especially with teams like Teammate, who's going to pull anything out in a composition. It becomes so much harder, and it really comes down to more of a any given day, because you don't have as much information to work off of. Hopefully, the teams at the bottom can take advantage of that once we get to that point. But getting the wins in the first point would be better. I like that. Meteos starts off by himself down at the Krugs. He should be all right, and this could be
this could be dangerous.
Pretty painful for Sneaky.
Takes damage in the minions here and gets aggressed on. He's in a bit of trouble.
Daybreak on him as well. He actually doesn't get the passive pop, so they missed out on a lot of damage there. And Lemon Nation, great focus. Both 80 carries pretty much take even damage there.
Yeah, Lemon having the charge stun there onto Sivir really saved Cloud9's skin in that situation. And now we got a pretty beneficial setup here for Teammate. Cali Trolls gets a 1v1 lane. Cloud9 did not want to offer that to them because they want a low farm top laner game against a team that implores a top lane carry. But Cali Trolls was able to teleport right to the lane and fight Balls. The only disadvantage with that is Balls did get the camp at level 1. So Maokai will have an experience advantage on the Aurelia. All right, so not actually that great for Teammate, but still good that they get the 1v1 lane.
Well, Aurelia fares pretty well against Maokai once she gets those levels. So you should be able to knock Balls out of lane fairly easy. They actually went consumables, so I take that back. Cali Trolls is actually looking to stay in lane just as long as Balls on Maokai is. Things toward the top lane, that's Teammate, looking to go a little bit aggressive. Very nice Zenith Blade. Maple Street not really being able to follow up on the damage, but Dodo looks like he can do that over and over again until they start leveling up. So good push from Teammate.
So one thing that impacted junglers here is the jungle item costing more to upgrade. You can see Porpoise here. He shared some experience, so he's only level 2, and he upgraded to his Juggernaut after, sorry, not his Ranger's Trailblazer after only 1 rotation of the jungle.
Right.
But he has no health potions, so he's not going to be a huge threat since he will actually get taken down pretty heftily in health for taking that blue buff. Whereas Meteos on Vi has a safer clear. When he backs, he will be able to pick up health potions and have a greater gank threat.
Found it. Should be able to pick up Scuttle on this one as well. Yeah, he will. So Porpoise definitely looking to get a little bit more out of vision here and possibly some denial of farm as he heads his way over. Just use one Raptor. Why not another? Oh, he won't have the smite.
Yeah, he should not have used his smite on the Scuttle there.
Yeah.
He was probably a little bit afraid of Meteos coming through, but if he was afraid, then why would he then invade Raptors, the highest damage camp in the game, the Rangers Trailblazer is best for clearing. He's going to have to back pretty much right after taking that Raptor camp.
A little back and forth. Might have gotten his own head. Took me a while to clear this ward. Somebody might be coming. Oh, screw it. I'll go in anyways. Making moves, and he gets the camp. Able to put a ward down as well on his way out. So he has vision now of Meteos. This is starting to pay off. Meteos' pink ward, however, goes down very early defensively. So they clear out that vision right away. He's back with his Trailblazer. We saw him go towards top, but he only put a ward down up there 4 balls, or rather sneaky elimination, so no real aggression. Slushy safe in mid lane after finding Meteos. Wanted to try and get that kill, or at least give High a little bit of pressure off the lane so he can back, going obviously for Mana Crystal. Let's see if he charges up. We've actually seen, what was it? Somebody played Kassadin, went straight for Seraphs. Didn't go Rod.
Oh, yeah.
A little different.
Wasn't that effective.
No, was not effective at all.
I forget exactly who did that in competitive play. High as well as ran into his fair share of struggles this split. Kassadin vs Corki is not a great matchup for Kassadin. So High trying to survive this bit of the laning phase.
Avalon.
On Kassadin?
He did it. That was him.
There you go.
Indeed. Porpoise back into his own jungle now. He's actually been just on the bottom side quite a lot. Maybe sticking around the side of Cali Trolls, making sure he doesn't get shut down if he has to go down and counter gank anything. But it definitely has kept the junglers apart from each other, so no crazy action there. Sheen coming in for Slushy in the mid lane. We see that again. This is second Corki of the day we're actually seeing now in mid. Been a versatile pickup with all these mid bans coming in.
Yeah, I think it's more of a coincidence than a super growing trend here.
Right.
Both these mid laners sharing some pretty strange champion pools that have been playing it.
That's what I like about the new teams, though.
Corki mid isn't necessarily a bad thing, though. It's just a slightly different version of Ezreal mid, but with better wave clear and more mixed damage if you're running a double AD composition. Plus, against a Kassadin, can outtrade in extended circumstances.
Put out a little bit of pain with those auto attacks. They're also going to have double Triforce around the block, so they'll be able to get turrets down once they get to them. See that we did get a little bit from Porpoise there, or rather Meteos in the mid lane, but nobody going for any aggression, as both have hit 6. It'd just be a hard lane to gank altogether. Maybe again. I'm thinking Cali Trolls is going to come out and try and activate something here.
Porpoise is starting to get pretty far behind, it feels like, in experience, but he should be hitting level 5 shortly. Meteos has been level 5 for a while now. Interesting roam here by Cali Trolls. They're just going for it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
A little harder than I thought they would have went, especially with the lockdown. That's not going to work so much for Kassadin. High gets them out safely, but it looks like they get what they want out of this initially.
Wow.
It was the mid-turret.
Mid-turret at 7 minutes and 30 seconds is almost unheard of. We'll see if Team 8 can put some map pressure on here. Like, normally that lane gets such heavy attention from junglers, and mid laners just farm out and wave clear so well that lane never is the first one to fall. It's pretty much always a side lane. But the 3-man roam to a lane that was already shoving against a champion with poor wave clear, while Meteos was also in base, is like the perfect storm. And they push High back to his turret at 8 minutes, his second tier turret.
Oh. Gonna be good. Porpoise inside of his own jungle, now grabbing red, and this is gonna be Cloud9 playing a little bit of catch up. They're obviously not super behind, but they do want to make something happen after losing that mid turret.
Oh boy.
Maybe this. Cali Trolls, yeah,
gotta land his
blade
Q
surge there.
on.
Used the stun on 2 balls actually before he even twisted advance. Might have been able to use that once they took the turret aggro. Would have been a bit more efficient.
Hey, that was a pretty clean turret dive.
It was.
Nonetheless.
It was.
Meteos landed his power fist, ulted as Cali Trolls was flashing. They get the kill as well as the summoner spell and the turret afterwards. This is all in all fantastic stuff for Cloud9 because they're shutting down the carry and shot caller of Team 8.
Very quick to do. I was talking to Cali Trolls last week, and he actually said, you know, they will follow me. I'll make the calls, but sometimes I bait them into a bad situation. And that's what we saw a little bit with the video just before the game. So far, he gets hit up here. We've seen him die and still come back to be a huge force for the team. So 1 kill is not going to shut Cali Trolls down just yet. See if Cloud9 can keep on that. Rinse and repeat and keep it going. Ball's now almost on that Rod of Ages. I think we're just waiting for High here to get a good back and get that item as well. Team 8 with the map control. that they kind of grabbed with these forward wards. Being able to grab a first dragon too.
Yeah, first dragon, not super important, but still good for teammate to be able to lock down. Meteos prioritizing farming a fair bit more on Vi here, or experience. Porpoise is actually the same CS as Meteos, but is a level behind him. Yeah, pretty much a full level behind him in experience as well. It's what happens when you end up taking so many Scuttle Crabs and the Dragon. You get gold and CS numbers, but not the experience.
Seen Meteos floating around mid lane, soaking it up with high a little bit in safety, and it's helped. Possibly getting that 6 and getting the engage a lot quicker. Oh, nice solar flare. He didn't even think he was going to hit it that well. He throws out the Zenith Blade a little too far ahead, and it allows Cloud9 to retaliate.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 was full summoner spells as well, so I don't know if the Zenith Blade would have been the kill, but a pretty big misplay there by Dodo8, missing his Zenith Blade on a stunned target that he himself stunned.
Yeah, maybe he was predicting the quick draw and actually didn't get the quick draw. A twisted advance, blowing up the Vengeful Maelstrom, taking quite a bit of health off of Maple Street there. And that was one of the worries I had as well. Everybody being able to jump out of Porpoise's ultimate. And it looks like no kill in the bottom lane either.
Yeah, had to burn Flash. Meteos did. Bottom lane, Maple Street doesn't have to burn any summoner spells. Mid lane pressure continues on to Cloud9, and they're a little bit pushed out of sync here. I mean, everyone else on Cloud9 had to back, so now High is a little bit non-defensed in this mid lane, just trying desperately to get his Rod of Ages up.
Yeah, he's trying to charge, hasn't been able to roam, stuck to farm, and it looks like he doesn't really have a backline to get to in this fight. Forced to hit Dodo there, and get out safely. And already, Slushy still just battering down High with this blue buff, has not given him much room, 99 to 86. But we can still see High putting up some damage if Meteos and the rest of the team get the lockdown they need. They still have that potential to just go in and kill somebody immediately.
And despite the mid lane troubles, Cloud9's in good position this game. Looking at the team compositions, Team 8, heavily auto attack based, large amounts of physical damage, and Cloud9 will have a double Rod of Ages scaling team here, Maokai and Caston, which takes it a little bit longer to turn on. It won't be until about 25 or 30 minutes that Cloud9 really starts hitting their big power points. But the fact that they have a lead early game before completing the Rod of Ages speaks well to their ability to push that far. And that's not good for Dodo. Boom!
Got him! Sneaky there with the collateral damage and a good follow-up. The map pressure and map control starting to come into light here for Cloud9. Top turret will fall. Looking around the map, it looks like nothing is going to be pushed here by balls in the bottom lane. He starts to rotate up. I wonder what they're going to get out of this one. Maybe taking down. Oh, okay, just stopping Slushy. But they're still going to keep pressure on the top lane. Cloud9 here, doing a lot better in week 3.
Yeah, I mean, they're winning this game before they have to, in a lot of ways. Like,
I was just going to say, I was like, so do they wait until they all get their ults and they can do damage? I guess not.
They're going to keep on applying pressure when they see pressure opportunities to avoid getting ambushed by a well-coordinated team with a Sivir plus Jarvan, which is fantastic initiation potential.
Yep.
But even if it gets to the late game and it was close, the target freedom that Cloud9 will have with the Vi, Caston, and Maokai being able to close onto any squishy target they want to, and the fact that there are 2 AD carries that would be primed for closing onto, give Cloud9 that nice edge.
Oh, Slushy knows he can go quite hard. Cali Troll's there on the side. Not finished up on those Triforces, though. They can actually see the spikes in the inventory that Team 8 is getting, maybe even making them more comfortable to take these fights, knowing that they have an Infinity Edge and Rod of Ages finished here.
Yeah, well, it's the double Rod of Ages we talked about that have just been completed.
Right, they're charging.
They're both on their pretty much first minute of charging right now. So another 9 minutes before they get the full effectiveness. At least they got them pretty early.
Yeah.
And it's really just this mid lane that is lacking here for Cloud9. High getting pushed in heavily by the Corki, and anytime Cloud9 wants to get a play, they're reminded that that mid lane is in need of assistance. Otherwise, I feel like Cloud9 would be running away with this game. Would have been a great bait. Very smart of Dodo not to go in there.
All right, right, onto this lane swap. Actually met up in the top lane. Looking at Sneaky now, 138 to 90. Definitely winning that one over Maple Street, along with Lemon Nation, as they continue to pressure their jungle advantage. Nothing here for Teammate to grab, and Calitrolls is even trying to back up. He doesn't have vision to do anything, so Teammate slowly losing control of this game. And Cloud9 looking like the old Cloud9.
Yeah, we
Very
may end up
smart,
seeing
methodical.
a fight here.
And Teammate, the team of fighting, running away from these now, knowing that they can't actually take the pressure that Cloud9 has so far put into this game. It's going to be tough. 26 or 25 seconds on that Dragon, and I think there's going to be no contest coming in.
If there was a time for Teammate to fight, it would be now. They have a Trinity Force on Corki. They would love to have a Trinity Force on Calitrolls, but he is desperately going back to try and get that. He might have just enough if he sells a potion or two. And if he could make it back for the Dragon with Teleport, this would be the time. Yeah, if they can get double Trinity, he's going to sell both of his potions there, picks up a Trinity Force, teleport into that Dragon fight. They could win this since Cloud9 hasn't stacked the Rod of Ages yet. Cloud9 would actually be best advised to not contest this because it's the only way Teammate can win.
Well, if teams were to ever calculate this, I feel like Cloud9 would know the decision. It looks like they may actually want it after the fact, though. Dodo's going to be the one to get hit. There's balls coming in at the teleport, and he makes the team scatter. Porpoise is dropped as well, and Cloud9's looking pretty healthy across the board. Sneaky's the only one that's really taking damage, and it may have been Dragon, but they got all that they wanted right after on the side of Cloud9.
All right, Teammate, they're in a bit more trouble than we first suspected there. With the double Trinity Force, it's because they were running away as they got engaged on, and Balls got a perfect flank. But that was the type of target selection that Cloud9 will have for this entire game. They could just kill who they wanted, when they wanted to kill them. Yes, they gave up the Dragon, but they got so many kills and another turret after this one.
All those forward wards paying off, giving Balls a perfect spot to teleport to. Teammate just not really having any idea.
Yeah, that ward being in that position was fantastic. They blow up Maple Street and Slushy at the start of the game, or pretty much at the start of the fight.
Yeah.
Porpoise does a zoning ultimate that ends up costing him his own life, but the 80 carries never got time to do damage. They were immediately jumped on and forced into retreat, which is the crux of this Cloud9 composition. And if you're running a double AD comp, you either need to let those 80 carries hit turrets or find fights where they can actually hit people. Otherwise, you're just two walking pinatas ready to explode gold.
I like that. I like it. No blindfolds, though. Just easy to hit pinatas.
Yeah.
So no kills from Teammate just yet. 5-0 here with a 4,000 gold lead. Cloud9 is going to try to keep it that way. High now starting the split push in the bottom lane because nobody can really kill him. He'll just keep himself safe. And it looks like it's going to put even more pressure here onto Teammate. We just have Maple Street farming in the top, trying to catch up, trying to get a core item finished here as we reach just about 18 minutes in the game. Sightstone coverage, not too bad for Teammate. Double coming in for Porpoise and for Dodo. Just missing on the engages ever so slightly. There were a lot of chances in the early game. We saw top lane that they locked down Sneaky, just could not act on it. And maybe they'll get something here onto Balls.
Well, he is outnumbered. If Teammate just goes in, they should be able to kill him here.
Vengeful. Flag and Drag is going to mean a lot. Oh, I like the Cataclysm. Then if he gets out, it's going to be the Flag and Drag after. Easy kill. Goes down. Didn't have to use too much. They'll have it up for the next fight if necessary. But Cloud9 is going to try to work on this. They say two top. Let's go ahead and take an inner.
The Balls definitely felt too safe with his pink ward there, yet he pushed himself up to a point where a gank from another position could end up killing him. Just a little bit of sloppy play, which ends up happening when you're so far ahead.
Yeah.
You don't expect the team to aggress on you, but Balls did not have the proper vision to make a positional play like that, and he gets punished.
This may give them an advantage, however. Seeing Calitroll use the teleport to the bottom lane, they're now mismatched, so Balls will have his first, and that may come into play later in the game for them. That teleport that we just saw him have at the Dragon was huge for Cloud9. So another one could probably seal the deal. 3-2 in turrets, as we're looking for the mid lane here to be dropped out by Cloud9. So far, they're given not a lot of pressure to Slushy. He's had a safe day, 168 to 136. So farmed it out pretty well, as expected, though. Corki versus Castle.
Yeah, great Great match by Slushy in the mid lane from a laning perspective. In team fights, he's still going to struggle mightily.
Yeah.
Looking at the tank itemization being built up by Meteos, and especially if Balls can finish off that Frozen Heart anytime soon. Not going to be much getting through that Maokai.
Well, they almost said it confidently. I guess Porpoise almost said it confidently that we kind of lose lane, but we're better in the fights. And it actually is really hard to win fights when you lose lane. So it almost compounds on itself.
It does. I mean, Teammate wasn't expecting a huge amount of success coming into the year, but they played so well as a team.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks. They still need some damage on their AD carries. High continually getting pressured. 140 CS on Caston, but was it all a bait? This will be an interesting fight. I wonder if Teammate, if they can come to Kali's aid early enough.
Uh-oh. Whose trap is it really? Lemon Nation's going to go down for a sneak. He's going to get exploded. And a whole lot of front-end damage just changes the mind of Cloud9. They start to head out. Meteos, you should be able to queue out of this. And they're going to lose a turret on this one. That was huge. I don't think Balls is going to be able to do too much in mid.
Yeah, Cloud9, like you said, whose trap is it, actually? This time it was Calitrolls' trap. And that's what they need. They need to be able to find fights like that where they outnumber Cloud9, using the Sivir ultimate to run down and exploit those positional differences, using the Cataclysm, the Solar Flare, the big initiation ultimates they have right here. I mean, Cloud9, you can tell they kind of wanted to turn it, but they had no Maokai. Meteos is the one who gets stunned, who is the initiator, and the squishies that Cloud9 were trying to flank with end up getting destroyed.
That fight in itself proves that Team 8 fights around Kali. He was in the bottom by himself, and the whole team collapsed to say, yeah, they're probably going to fight down there. Let's fight around Kali. Let's make this happen. Good things come when the team gets together. That's where they said they would flourish. Now 22 minutes into the game. They've only picked up 3 kills there, and they're still down 2,000 gold. But that was an impressively fast fight that they were able to clear out Cloud9 and take an objective after. So a few more of those, and they're right back in it.
2 positional mistakes from Cloud9 here, granting 3 kills for Teammate and a large evening of this gold. And keeping in mind that Teammate did control those first 2 dragons. There's an outside chance that they can continue controlling these things, but now Cloud9 getting some vision control and making sure that Sneaky and Lemon don't die at the start of this next fight.
Ball's teleport is back up, but they want this mid turret, so they call for all 5 in the mid lane. Looks like Calitrolls will actually get his teleport up as well, so they're not going to be able to use this for split push. Will they be able to get a fight out of it, though?
Meteos could just start
really
the dragon.
Forward. Yeah,
Vi,
Dragon's alive.
Vi has enough self-shielding that she can kill Dragon very quickly and easily. So yeah.
Teammate dictating mid.
Dodo taking a huge amount of harass just from high. Cloud9's playing this Dragon engagement very well.
Nicely done.
Now they go. They got Porpoise out of position. Teammate not together.
Porpoise can still drag himself out. Sivir ultimate comes off as well. Lemon Nation may not be able to get the stun on. That's the spell shield to come out. Solar Flare hits the team and spreads Cloud9, but they're still chasing. It's not the kite from Teammate that we saw before. Dodo goes back in to pretty much throw himself in the fire so the team can get to safety. They lose 2 though, and Cloud9 switch the fight very quick.
Yeah, the power of the Vi in some of these compositions as well. Slushy immediately dying after the Vi ultimate. Everything can just pile on. And he's never going to reach a point where that's not the case. Nice fight there by Cloud9.
Not a lot of times that you see whoever starts the fight is the one to win. Usually it's the reacting team, but we saw a Teammate got their fight and they won. Cloud9 found a fight that they wanted, and they've taken it now. So it's up to Teammate to answer back and hopefully not fall into an even bigger hole here. Let's check this again.
Yeah, I mean, Sivir ultimate had to be burned for the retreat. Calitrolls just trying to stun for a delay. And then, good night to Slushy. Lemonation actually stunned him first with Tibbers, and it was Meteos who followed. I should also clarify that Cloud9 had the Vi played against them by St. Vicious from Gravity. Didn't necessarily work out the best. They've also played Vi in their only win.
Yeah.
So it seems to work for them. You know, Cloud9 getting that certain level of clarity and guaranteed initiation really assists their play. I mean, if I think back to every single slump that Cloud9 has had, there's been very few. But the start of this year, and honestly the start of the Summer Split 2014, to me,
Yeah.
It's when they don't bring reliable initiation. Cloud9 wants to be able to take the fights on their terms, and when they do, they pretty much always win them because they're great at going in together. But if they try and go in together without reliable initiation, is when they run into trouble.
No, it makes so much sense. That's reflected from like Fizz and Talon play, right? That's not sure initiation. The fish could miss, and High is getting his plays out of Lissandra. Safe in, safe out. Cassidon working better for him. Safe in, safe out. The team can work with that, and it's definitely working better for them. Here, as they approach 25 minutes, they look to take this game here, game 2 in week 3, off of Team 8. One that's been surprising us quite a bit, and it's still, throughout this game, has been pulling out some tricks that they have up their sleeve. 4-3 in turrets. Looks like we're going to get another fight before you can see one of those go down. Whoa, Sneaky going very aggressive over the wall. Luckily, does not get pinched out. Now on to High here. They really want this one. They're going to go full onto the Cassidon, and actually he gets out with a sliver of health. Should be having more than that at the start. High keeps himself alive with the help of the team. Sneaky turns around for a nice collateral damage double kill, and now it's on to Slushy. Cloud9 have found the fight that they wanted in the middle of the map, and now can go anywhere with it.
Yeah, High initiating that one by getting caught, but it all works out. He doesn't die. Meteo's the only one to fall. More farm down on a Sneaky. Balls is huge with that Frozen Heart as well.
Works out so much better when High can get himself to safety and he can worry about that situation. The rest of the team focuses on the fight, and Team 8 went very hard, especially for a Castle.
Yeah, right into the Tibbers as well, which just created so much pain for them. And then the backline is trying to ignore the Maokai, but you just can't ignore that Maokai at this point in the game. Sneaky as well, right behind him.
Whole team coming together, playing very well. Looks like the Cloud9 of old.
What is going on with Maple Street's item build this game? No. He's so far behind, he's trying desperately to make up for it. A lot of people have been doing Ghostblade on Sivir, because you do Infinity and you Ghostblade and you get that little bit of extra
crit movement.
Yeah, and flat armor penetration actually isn't that good against high armor targets.
Yeah.
So he's gone for the Last Whisper right away. But that, he has no crit.
Yeah.
He has no attack speed. He is woefully far behind, and Last Whisper doesn't help that. It's only good to bypass armor if you're doing damage in the first place.
Yeah.
But he is not doing damage with that build.
And not a regular tank buster in the first place, so him getting through balls is going to be near impossible. Pretty much through the rest of this game. You were saying a Frozen Heart would be a good build versus the melee team, or the auto attack team in general, and he went for that Frozen Heart quite fast. We even see the Ninja Tabis across the board for balls and Meteos to keep safe with more of that armor.
May as well back there.
Yeah, no reason. Cloud9 encroaching just ever so slightly onto the jungle of Team 8 here. They don't have too much more to work with. All the CS pretty much being strung out across the team, so nobody's getting what they want, even more so that they're behind in items now. See a Blade of the Rune King for Cali Trolls. He's going to be trying to 1-2 eat apart balls there with that % health damage. But it's only getting harder. They're trying to build items that the other guys need for Team 8.
Yep. Potential Baron control coming up shortly. Not too much more to say about this one. I mean, Cloud9 is looking pretty strong here. It's a nice team composition. It's going to take them some time to close. The inhibitor turrets are so hard to get through that you generally need either a gargantuan gold lead or a Baron buff to close that out. And Cloud9 is slowly creeping their wards up. They just got control of this game some 10 minutes ago. So it takes a little bit of time to set this up. They want High to have his Zhonya's.
Yep.
They want a few more conditions to be met before they're willing to really take it to teammate. And they just need to make sure they play clean until that moment comes.
It kind of mirrors the story of really what's going on with them this season as well. It was slow for them, figuring things out. They're getting used to the move, getting used to playing with each other during this type of environment and situation, and definitely starting to come around. You said they would. A lot of people thought Cloud9 would be able to bring it back on their feet. I mean, these are the guys that were 25-3 and so on and so on. The top of the North American splits. Right. Definitely something they could find and bring about, especially with the coaches now in play. 4,000 gold in the lead, and they are taking this one slow. They're really waiting for teammate to make a mistake in this. I don't think it's going to happen. Cloud9's going to have to do another one of these fights that they found pretty much in this spot just previously. And they may get it off of this ward clearing that teammate's doing.
Some really aggressive ward clearing there by Maple Street. He would have been in range for Maokai to get the twisted advance, but Cloud9 just did not have the backup at the time. They'll fight for this vision and control back. See, nothing is touching Balls' Maokai right now. Those are the magic damage missiles. And he has not itemized a single point of magic resistance, and they still did nothing.
He's actually higher level pretty much than anybody. Kelly Trolls sits up there with him at level 15, so that's even going to mitigate a bit of the damage he's taken just in level stats. It's not getting any easier. Maple Street's still looking for a first core item. I mean, he has the Last Whisper. That should be your third, though. This is only going to get tougher and tougher. And I respect the fact that Cloud9's taking it slow, but they could probably push the pedal a little bit harder at this point.
I think so. They're delayed, obviously, by the fact that teammate got those first 2 dragons. They know how much stronger they are team composition, so there's no need to go super fast. Although the Cloud9 of old would have gone super fast.
Gotta go fast.
That's one thing I always love, or used to love, about watching Cloud9 games, is I can always predict when the fight was going to happen. Because it's Cloud9 there. Is there a small opportunity for them to dive? I think a fight's coming, because they would go and dive pretty much immediately after.
All right. We got a little bit of action, though. Baron here and bottom lane.
Nope.
Getting pushed.
Really poor ward control here by Cloud9. Good wards outside by teammates, so they're completely spotted here, but that might be all they need to draw in a fight.
Oh.
Canceled TP, obviously, because they were going to collapse out for it. The Baron is ticking, though. Let's see this fight.
There's the Solar Flare. Oh, another Miss Zenith! The story coming in for Dodo. He gets taken down. Balls locks him out, and that's going to be Porpoise as well. The smite will not be there for the 50-50. And it looks like they're just going to do what they can with poke from the outside. We did have the rotation for Cali. The shot comes out. That's the boomerang, and it's going to be the hit for Meteos. Smites down Baron.
Solid nonetheless, if not a little scary. The nice wards that teammate had just outside the pit there that weren't the pink wards in the inside is what provided teammate the vision to take that fight, but they could not initiate together. Cali Trolls picked the wrong side to TP in on. He should have TP'd in on the side of Dodo, and then the team could have gone in together, and they all could have fought at Baron.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But instead, they go in without their captain, and they end up dying for it.
Cloud9 now should be able to put the final touches onto this. Items abound right now in the inventory, much farther ahead than we are seeing teammate. Maple Street still looking to put up an item there. Infinity Edge could be second. He got the critical cloak finally on top of his Zerkers and that Last Whisper. But he's fighting just too much now. Cloud9 on the up and up, and it looks like they're going to be final pushing for at least 1 inhibitor turret. This should spread it out enough. This is going to give High and the rest of the team now just so much to work with.
Yeah, really easy push here for Cloud9. That's one, and they get it so early on into their Baron life that they can go grab another minion wave, maybe get another. And if teammate decides to take a fight to prevent this, it could very well mean the end of the game. It's been a nice game by Cloud9 here.
Very interesting start from teammate. I mean, we saw the 7-minute turret in mid, and they kind of didn't really work it. We had a little bit of pushing by Porpoise, but they definitely could have warded more, figured out more, and been better off.
Teammate was not able to take control of the jungle, but that's the big thing. Right after Cloud9 took the mid lane turret, sorry, right after teammate took the mid lane turret.
Yeah.
Cloud9 took the bottom lane turret and also killed Cali Trolls.
That's true. Immediate answer.
And Cali Trolls is generally the playmaker. I mean, he's the one who got the mid lane turret with the team. And when they keep him down, they eliminate the ability to make plays. Terror dive!
Apparently there's no turret down here that Cloud9 sees as they just go hardcore on this one. Dodo taking hits. They're actually able to take the tanky support down first. Dunkaroo onto Porpoise here. That's going to be the final hit for Meteos. And it looks like Tibbers is just going to go ahead and tank the turret nicely. Turret gets taken down, nicely done. Inhibitor will fall after, and Cloud9, they're putting method to the madness now, and they're starting to get these turrets down.
Yeah, 34 minutes is pretty fast by today's standards in these games.
It's very true.
Super minions, Baron minions, every minion. This looks like Cloud9's game.
very controlled and very much like a Cloud9 game. 34-20 on the clock. A very big gold lead for Cloud9 as they come in to win their Week 3 first game.
A little bit similar to last week as well. They come in against a team that has been performing pretty well, played well as a team. Team Liquid was last week. This week it's Team 8, not nearly as hyped as Team Liquid, and it looks like Cloud9 again in these games. Yes, they had a few little hiccups, but you soon forget about those hiccups because of how cleanly Cloud9 can play the rest of the map. And it happened again here. They got tanky enough, they got their top laner going. High was the first one in on a lot of those fights as Kassadin. Sneaky was in the back cleaning up. That is the Cloud9 way.
The Cloud9 way puts them to another victory, and it has paid off, it seems, with the move, with the team being able to talk. Jack said that was really big. A lot more social time with the team. They've started to right the ship. Team 8 still coming out very strong. A lot of things they put on their plate. I like that in the beginning of the game. We saw the early aggression up top from Maple Street and Dodo. Didn't pan out just because Lemonation brought stun, and they actually got a better hold on that. They tried to take a 7-minute turret early with 3 in mid. Didn't pan out. They're still testing themselves and putting things in front of them, but they just can't continue to carry it throughout the game. And that's what the stage, the LCS, is all about, being able to play at the top the whole time.
Well, we know teammates going to take a few lumps early on in the LCS season. It's what happens with most new teams not named Cloud9 when they enter the LCS. They have to play against the more experienced teams, lose a few games here and there. We know the Team 8 does have a lot of team play potential, and we saw glimpses of it in that fight, in this match. But team comp-wise, they couldn't deal with the dive. The double AD composition and the way Cloud9 played it